So welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for June 13th until June 19th, 2021. This will be for your sun, moon, or rising signs in Leo should you cross-watch. And as always, this is a general reading and it might not resonate for you, which is absolutely okay. Take the things that are for you today and leave everything else behind. Let's get into your higher vibes. If this is your first time here with me, hello and welcome. I do hope you will choose to subscribe so that you can join me every week. If today's reading resonates for you today, please do leave me a thumbs up and any comments or questions you might have down below. I really do love hearing from you, so don't be shy. And let's see what's going on for Leo this week. Whoa. Okay. Overall energy for this week's read, Leo, is the Ace of Swords. Okay, brimming with some ideas, more like I think fresh perspective here. I am reframing my life. I am reframing the way that I look at my circumstances. I am finding new ways to approach old problems. That's the energy coming up for me. We have a really beautiful and dynamic spread for you today here, Leo. In the recent past, the Sun, the Empress, and the Three of Pentacles. So, really starting to bask in your own light here, really starting to feel conscious and aware of what you want, where you're going, particularly as it relates to your home life, your family, your partnership. There's a real energy here of putting additional work into building the home, to making things feel more secure and more stable and more happy, like everything's taken care of. You may be right now preparing for a child to come. You may be pregnant or have a pregnant partner at this point in time. So I think that that's been part of the catalyst of really trying to accelerate the home space. Now, you may not be pregnant. It may just be, a different recommitment to the relationship, to elevating the relationship to the next level and putting all of your best intentions and efforts into that, allowing yourself to be really open-hearted. Coming into present energy, this just continues to mirror. We do have the Nine of Swords here, as well as the Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Swords tends to be really stressful energy for people because it relies on intrusive thoughts and things that are outside of our control that just invade our mind space. However, this energy for me right now feels more like, catching yourself, asking you, am I doing enough for my partnership? Am I providing enough for our future? Am I contributing the things that they need to feel fulfilled and safe and happy? It's like putting pressure on yourself to ensure that you're taking care of things as much as you want to be. Because again, real strong focus here on the relationship, on what the future of the relationship is going to look like, the ability to have family or to expand the family. These are all at the forefront of your mind right now and at the forefront of conversation, I think. Now, not to say, everything is totally easy breezy. When we get into the future energy, we do have some obstacles that come up for you here, Leo. Five of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Six of Wands, okay? So you may catch yourself here in the midst of trying to stress yourself out to make things better at home, reacting a little bit defensively when things come up. So there may be a boundary that gets pushed, you may just be having a day, and you may find yourself just reacting strongly to things, making boundaries feel, instead of, what is it, a hill or a molehill, but just like things feeling bigger and heavier than they actually are. And having to catch yourself there and remind yourself of the place of love from which you have been doing all of this labor, because overall love and abundance and happiness is the energy here. And I think you're going to have moments, Leo, where maybe, your partner asks if you took the trash out or not, and you just kind of lash out at them because you feel defensive to how much you have been trying to provide, to how much energy you've been trying to put in, and then have to catch yourself and remind yourself that, like, the communication needs to come from a place of love on both sides. And then, rethinking how I'm communicating in those times when I feel defensive, when I feel threatened, or when I feel like I'm not being appreciated for everything that I'm doing. Ultimately, Six of Wands energy on the other side, this being able to reimagine how we are responding to things is going to make it feel so much easier to get through them for you and just smooth the process back out. So this is nice. It's catching yourself in your own shortcomings, and I think that that's very important for all of us. We will clarify and see what else we can learn for you here. Overall, really nice energy in this reading though, Leo. Very future focused, very present focused as well. And really, there's just heavy energy of commitment to home, to partnership, to family, whatever any of that looks like for you, because I know that those are, you know, very different for all of us. I'll start with clarifying the Ace of Swords here. Four of Emotions, yeah. Four of Voices, and the Magician. So fours talk to us a bit about stability, right? In this case here, again, I think we're just reiterating what we were talking about down here in the future energy. All of your focus is on home and what you are contributing, what you're able to contribute, how you can make home life better. And because you're just so intently focused on that, there may be other things that are passing you by a little bit, maybe at work, maybe in other parts of your relationship. If you've been in this space of just wanting to provide, are you actually taking the time out to give that relationship nurturing and love as well? But I think that we're, again, reframing this. We're finding a way to look more globally at everything going on in our lives and not getting hyper focused on one thing. And that's going to bring some peace of mind to you. That's going to help you with conflict resolution here and ultimately remind you of all that you do get to offer to these relationships and places. Now, in the recent past here, let's take a look. Let's look at the Sun. This is very much your energy here in the recent past. Three of Inspiration, Seven of Voices, and the Wheel. Yeah, so we've definitely been doing a lot of planning for the future, creating a lot of detailed plans for the future and trying to get the wheels in motion, trying to allow things to fall into place a little bit here. I think parts of you are in reservation, that there's concern that, you know, maybe I've set an unrealistic expectation of what I am able to provide or what my home can be or what my relationship can look like. But I think that that is really natural. When we're really investing ourselves in things, we always have those doubts that come up, and I think you're seeing those surfacing a little bit here. But again, trying to focus on that happiness, on that sense of abundance, on the love, on the building. We'll look at the present energy here at this Nine of Swords. Ooh, Six of Voices just came out. Muse of Voices and the Page of Materials. Yeah, I'm wondering here if you're feeling like your partner is being a bit demanding of you, despite the fact that it seems that you're very invested in this, that you feel maybe they're asking too much or asking you to do things faster than you are capable of actually doing them. And that's giving you a little bit of anxiety. It's a little bit of want to pull back, to remove yourself. And I think that that is, you know, an instinctive thing. The ego feels a little bit bruised because I think their expectation is this. I don't feel I'm meeting that expectation. It's a self-imposed thing. And is it easier for me to just remove myself? But that is just a reflexive response, I think, to the ego not being served maybe in the way that you want. Maybe you're not getting enough recognition from your partner, or not as much as you feel is merited from your partner, but aren't communicating that to them. So I think we have a little bit of a communication issue here, or you're putting extra pressure on yourself. We'll take a look at this Five of Wands as well down here in the future energy. Three Materials coming up again, Two of Inspiration, and the Eight of Materials. Yeah, I think that there is a real feeling here for you, Leo, of this is the plan that we created for what we want to do. And I've been investing myself into the plan, executing the plan, building in the ways that you want. I'm trying to give you everything that you want. This is like how you're feeling about your partner. But, you know, when they ask for one other thing or they point something out that like maybe isn't working for them, that we have this defensive and reflexive response to them. And there's going to be that bit of fight or flight that comes up for you here, Leo. We see it in the present energy. We see it again coming up here in the future energy of, you know, when I feel challenged, I think about leaving. I think about walking away. I think about removing myself. I think about just not putting that effort in anymore. And you want to get honest with yourself about why it is that you're jumping to that. And if it's just a matter of you're not communicating adequately with your partner, then maybe we need to open up a channel of communication here, so that you don't feel like it's one-sided, and also so that you can understand one another. Your love is definitely present here. We'll take one last message for you. Oops, Eight of Wands, King of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, I think there's some conversation that needs to happen here between the two of you, because again, this keeps coming up, like when I'm getting challenged, when there's any exchange of anything that isn't super positive, my immediate instinct is to walk away or to remove myself, or to consider if the relationship's even right and call it into question and like start to try and talk myself out of it, despite the fact that you have so much future focus with this person, you have so much love here. And I think that that's probably coming from a place of fear of getting hurt yourself. But if that is always your response, to run away, then like that's not going to create an ongoing, you know, safe and healthy environment for the two of you. So consider why that surfaces for you and how your partner might be able to better support you, and vocalize that to them so that you can both understand the needs of one another. Maybe you're not talking about that. I hope this was helpful to you, Leo. If it was, please subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, and I'll see you back here next week.